All right, guys, the next game on the board, the Blue Jays are traveling to Houston to take on the Astros. Ross Stripling going for Toronto. Justin Verlander takes the hill for the Stros today. Houston minus 170. Jays plus 150. Total in this game is 8, shaded slightly up to the over at minus 115. Guys, for me, this is all about Justin Verlander, one of the best pitchers in baseball. He's been red hot thus far. Toronto, keep a note on this one. George Springer coming back to Houston, but he might not play because Springer got injured yesterday. So you take the leadoff hitter out of this lineup. So check your lineups before maybe that you bet this game. But Houston rarely loses. 2 in a row. I don't see him losing 3 in a row. I think Verlander is going to bounce back nicely. The Astros will probably be wearing their orange. It's Friday night, their first Friday night game here. So I do like the Astros in this spot. And again, more of a play against Ross Stripling as well, too. Not a big Stripling guy. I don't think he's a difference maker at all. Jeff, give me some thoughts. What do you think about Toronto-Houston tonight?
Yeah, I'm actually going to add this to my card here. I'm going to agree with you, but I'm going to go a little different way with it. I agree. I'm not a big Stripling guy. He struggled against both left and right-handed pitchers. He's kind of a fill-in here for Hung Jin Ryu, who's injured. I'm going to look more towards the first 5 here and just kind of go Verlander against Stripling. I like the matchup for Houston here at home. I want to kind of tell everyone, though, the concern long-term is laying this price. They're without their closer right now, Ryan Presley. Right. That's a bit concerning to me. I don't want this game to be, let's say, 3-2 in the 8th inning. And we got Presley coming in, or no Presley coming in, and they've got to go to some ham and egger as TC will point to, and we got to fight there. I'm just going to worry about the first 5 here. Expect Houston to have the lead. I feel like they get the Stripling a little bit. And look, Verlander is very effective. I'm going to rock with that here. I'm concerned, though, about the bullpen a little bit for Toronto. So I'm going to go with Houston, or for Houston, I'm going to go with Houston first 5 and just avoid that.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point about Presley not being available. He's on the IL right now. But the Astros bullpen is much deeper than it has been. They're completely healthy as well, too. So I'm not really worried about that. Maton can probably come in here and close this game if need be. So the way Dusty's been using his pen has been really good. He hasn't stretched him out really at all. And I think Verlander is going to go, hopefully into at least the 7th inning here. So hopefully it won't come into factor. But the Astros do have guys that are capable that can make up for Presley not being there, at least for 3 outs. So BaseWinner, what are your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I've got it priced at minus 195 for the full game. I think that your play, TC, is a good play. I also think that Jeff's play is a good play. And either one, I would, if I had to make a play on this game, I would, based on my pricing. Super high on Verlander. He's 74 BaseWinner run suppression numbers, so 22nd in baseball. And if you look at his last time out, he really shut down the Mariners, not just conventionally, but from the advanced metrics point of view as well. His stuff plus 73%. Compared to Stripling's 11%. So you say, well, BaseWinner, why aren't you playing this game? And I'll tell you why I'm not playing this game. I'm a little concerned about Verlander. He's coming off an injury. I'm gonna give it about probably maybe a couple more starts before I start to back him. I think he'll bounce back, and that's why if I had to play it, I would. But I'm a little bit concerned because of the time off that he had. He might go out and throw a clunker. It's kind of a gut thing, but I agree with you guys as far as a handicap. I think it's a good handicap.
Keep in mind, good piece of news here. If you're like in Houston, George Springer not going to play tonight. I mean, 13 at bats, a home run, and a couple RBIs and a 385 average against Verlander. Keeping him out of the lineup is helpful. Anytime you can have a good player out of the lineup against a team you're playing, that's helpful. So they have some injuries right now, and they're forced to go to Stripling. They're not going to have certain guys in the lineup. I feel comfortable with Verlander. I'm not buying the Mark Borchard potion here. Verlander, I think, will be effective tonight.
Let me say this, guys. I'm pretty close to this situation and this team here, and this is a big game tonight for Verlander. This is the first time that he's got a chance to pitch at home in more than 2 years. And this guy, they have really babied him in a good sense. I mean, he could have came back and he could have pitched last year. But they wanted to keep him fresh. The off-season workouts, the medical staff has been on this guy. I've seen it there firsthand. and Verlander's ready to go. So when they put him out here this year, even for spring training games, they were not gonna, they weren't going to push him too hard or whatever. And now he's ready to go. And you've seen the first couple starts. I mean, this guy is gone, deep into games, could have even gone deeper. But this is a big deal for him. It's a big deal for the Astros organization. And Justin Verlander getting his first start at home on a Friday night in more than 2 years. Yeah, he's going to be pumped up for this. Dusty's going to let him go as long as he can, maybe go into 85, 90 pitches, maybe 95 pitches. We'll see how it turns out, but I feel confident that it's a good night for Verlander and the Astros. So lock me in for Houston. I know we're laying a little bit of lumber with this price, but at 170, I think it's deserved for Verlander. No Springer coming back home because, like I said, he's hurt. And again, Toronto bullpen, Jeff makes a good case on that as well too. So we'll take a shot with the Astros.